Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Tech Topics. And our topic for this evening is augmented reality. I am joined here today with Chloe. Hi, Chloe. How are you doing this afternoon?
I'm doing well, and you?
I am great. So, as you probably noticed, we brought some more friends with us for our tech topics and some of our other programs. I am so excited to be presenting this with Chloe. So, we are going to go ahead and dive into our wonderful information. Me and Chloe are going to take ourselves off camera, and she is going to introduce us to our book shout out.
So our book shout out for this session is Augmenting Alice, The Future of Identity, Experience, and Reality. It's available via Hoopla, which means that no matter who has it checked out right now, it is available to you. This book talks a lot about the core concepts of augmented reality, as well as talking about the potential for growth, as well as potential problems, and how people who are new to augmented reality, as well as experts, may utilize this.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much, Chloe. So, let's get into augmented reality. So, what is augmented reality? So, a general definition of it is the incorporation of digital or virtual content into physical or tangible content. That might sound like a lot of gobbledygook right now, but augmented reality is probably something that you're already familiar with. So, some of the examples of augmented reality that are out there. So, with social media, you have your Snapchat filters. So, those ones that put cat ears on you, the ones that put like the sparklies all around your face, that's an example of augmented reality. So, that's where that digital stuff is showing up in your actual real world. Perhaps the most well known example of augmented reality is Pokemon Go. So you probably remember from a few years ago, that was a huge trend. Like it was a huge fad. Like everybody was playing this. Like it was a really big deal. And how Pokemon Go worked was that you would hold your phone up or your tablet or your mobile device, and the little Pokemon characters would appear in real time in the environment that you were viewing your camera. And so that's how you caught them all, is by catching them on your screen. So it's something that was really, really big a couple years ago. Also, there are retailers that allow you to try on clothes, eyeglasses, etc. So you can, put glasses onto your actual face. Like you can, do the camera and put your glasses on. You could try on clothes. Home furnishing stores will actually allow you, using their apps, to place potential furniture that you're thinking about buying into your actual space. There are also, from a more practical perspective, and I'm doing air quotes here, virtual offices where employees who are currently socially distanced can all meet in the same room. And I know, Chloe, you and I, before this program, were talking a little bit about some of the other applications, practical and really cool applications of augmented reality. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Absolutely. So there's some really cool things that are being done with augmented reality. Mental health has been something that's been talked about more in recent years and how important it is. Well, augmented reality is actually being used in a variety of ways to treat mental health. It's being used for exposure therapy for people who have phobias or specific fears, as well as PTSD and trauma. Additionally, augmented reality is also being used by the military. I can say for sure, absolutely, the Army is using it so that they can practice strategy and do simulations before they go out into the field. That's one more way that they can be prepared.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that. And why should you even know about this? So why are we even talking about augmented reality this afternoon? Because augmented reality brings endless possibilities, and as always, because nothing is ever perfect, a few complications into our physical world. So as we just discussed here, there's a bunch of really awesome things that can happen with augmented reality, and Chloe's going to talk about a few more of the other things you should think about when we are discussing augmented reality. Go ahead, Chloe.
So one of the things that comes up whenever you download any app is it usually requests for permission. Many of the apps that we use day to day use much of our personal information, and that's in just about anything that you have on your smartphone or tablet, etc. So just be aware of that and what permissions and data it's using with those apps. Additionally, there is a difference between augmented reality and virtual reality. Augmented reality is where it is the intersection of virtual reality as well as real life. So you're superimposing other images, like with Pokemon Go, those characters within your own environment. Virtual reality is more that you are completely immersed in a new environment. You don't see or hear your surroundings because you're in something completely different, a new environment, and that can be something from a fantasy world, such as on other planets, or even just in our own reality. So hiking and visiting different forests, things like that. On that note, if you are using augmented reality outside of your home, so if you're out and about doing Pokemon Go and you're going for walks or taking a hike down a trail, just be aware of your surroundings and make sure that you're taking precautions and being safe while doing it. There are some really cool apps as well that are available through Android, the Play Store, as well as on iPhone. Google Lens is one, as well as BBC's Civilizations. That one is really cool. It allows you to explore artifacts where you can place them, of course, in your own environment, and it will show you further details. You can zoom in and look at these as well as learn about them. IKEA Place is a home furnishing store, just as Tanisha mentioned earlier, where you can use it to, I played around with it yesterday actually, and tried out different recliners in my own space, which is really cool. And Star Walk 2 is also another app, which is super cool, especially if you're into space and constellations. It is a paid app, so you have to buy it. However, it's super neat. You can use it to look up at even during the day, the sky, and you're able to look at the different stars and constellations. It's super neat and very immersive.
All right, yeah, and I have to agree with Chloe there. Like even though you do have to pay for it, like Star Walk, of the four, even though all four are really cool, the Star Walk one was just like that was so fun. I'm like, this is the coolest thing ever. So again, this is one of our more fun topics because augmented reality is a really cool new technology that just adds a whole nother dimension to how we interact with each other in life, and it's just really awesome. So now, as always, I'm going to invite Chloe and myself back on camera so that we can take some questions. And while we are waiting for the questions to come in, I'm just going to go ahead and put that slide up. So let me see. Let me just take a look here and see what we got. See if we got anything here. And thank you again. I got to thank Chloe again for joining me here this afternoon. This is a really fun topic. I'm really happy that we were able to present this together. All right, our first question here. Do you think augmented reality will grow more in the leisure recreation or the work sector?
I think that it has the potential to do both. Augmented reality has been in development for several years, even late 90s, and we're really only now starting to see a lot of traction, multiple video games, and you see it with, there's just boundless opportunities and potential to use it. So I think that really it has the potential to just take off in both sectors. It's limitless.
Absolutely. And to piggyback off of what you said there a little bit, Chloe, I think that our current working environment has definitely changed things a little bit. So it could have been that it may have been more of a leisurely thing, but now with people living their lives more at home than we have in a really, really long time. I know, especially with the work world, I have a couple of friends that do the augmented meeting rooms so that they all look like they're all sitting there together, but they're all actually at their own home. So that's definitely something that we'll see. And we got another question here. Which devices does augmented reality work the best on?
I'd say for day to day, probably your phone. Really devices that have cameras and microphones, so tablets would work. I believe that there are some applications and programs that will work on laptops and computers. However, I'd say that your phone is probably your best bet. It's much more mobile. You're able to move it around a lot. And generally, phones have better sensors and cameras on them, which I'd say has better detailing. So I'd say go-to would probably be your phone.
Yeah, I would definitely have to agree on that. And I just have to add in this one little thing because as somebody who is very motion sensitive, just be aware of that. I know like there's a lot of virtual like VR experiences that I personally just have to say no to because of my motion issues. So that's just something, definitely try it out because I've noticed that I actually fare a lot better with augmented reality than I do with virtual reality. So for those who are more motion sensitive, the augmented format may be better for you. So I'm going to allow a couple more minutes for some last minute questions before, while we're waiting to see if anybody has any last minute questions or comments. As always, as we end all of our programs, I have included the link for our contact information. You can call us, email us, text us, carrier pigeon, however you want to email us or get in contact with us. Go ahead and use that link to find out how. Also, if you would like to see any of our other programs and events, I have also included the link for those there as well. So definitely check out our calendar. And of course, I always got to promote our next topic. So next week, we will be talking about coding and why you should learn it. So that link is currently sitting in the chat section. So if you want to go ahead and sign up for the next tech topics, it is currently now in the chat section. Just go ahead and take a look at that, click on the link, and it'll take you right to the sign up page. Let me see if we got any last minute things here. And I think we're good here, Chloe. So once again, got our information there. Thank you so much, Chloe, for joining me this evening. It's always nice to have another friend here with me to talk about all things tech, so thank you.
I very much enjoyed it. I have a passion for tech, and I'm glad that I get to share that.
Awesome, me too. So thank you guys for joining us, and have a good night. Bye, everybody.